When you hear that a model is signed, or when it comes to music, the world of entertainment, and you hear this person is being represented or they're signed to a record label, in your mind, you think, oh, this person got money. But to be honest with you, that's the furthest from the truth. See, let's come into the world. Let's start with the world of modeling. When you sign to an agency, there's two contracts, exclusive or non-exclusive. When you sign exclusive, if those people wake up one day and they decide they don't like you, or your look is not it anymore, or you don't kiss their ass enough, they're not going to book you work. So if you signed a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year exclusive contract with those people, that means you can't book any work anywhere. No, ma'am. And you have to wait till that contract runs out for you to go somewhere else to sign, and hopefully they actually have your back. But this is why I teach you, you have to understand, you don't need an agency to be successful. Yes, you do, but you have to understand the game. If not, they're going to play it on you. Right? And then when it's non-exclusive, people just take you as, oh, you're here, you're signed here, you can make as much money as you want. You have control of your life, but you're the one dictating your career and at the pace that it grows. But see, when people sign exclusively, it sounds good. Depending on who they're assigned to, it may come with perks with living in certain places, but nothing is free. Nothing is ever free. When those models begin booking work, they have to start paying all that money back. So, and with these models, especially places like New York and things like that, they might live in model houses, but then they have to party every night and things like that. So when you go to these clubs and you see tables full of models, they're getting paid to be there essentially because that's part of their housing. Now, it also depends on who and, you know, what you get into, but that's usually about the way it goes. And then you're in the house with a bunch of other models from different places from around the world. But once again, it comes down to this: everything that glitters is not gold. And what these agencies will do is, let's say you sign an exclusive contract. First, you have to rebuild your portfolio. You need the basics. You need comp cards. You need this. You need like the model Bible of period to book work, right? Now, in order for you to do that, you can do that on your own, but you got to know the game. If you sign exclusively, they'll go get a photographer that probably test shoots for free, or maybe charges $100, $200. Because you're signed with the agency, now they'll rack it up to $5,000, and now the agency will pay the $5,000 because they have more than the budget to do that. But here's the thing: that $5,000, instead of that photographer charging maybe just a free test shoot for you, or maybe just $100 or $200, depending on their budget. Now, because they know you're assigned, it'll now go up to like $5,000. But then some will do this where, like, because you're assigned, they'll cut the price when you're not exclusive or whatever, because they want to get in with you to kind of get in with your agency. So now they can get consistent people to photograph so they can